Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs, and here we are in September 2024, and we're still streaming stories of leadership, entrepreneurship, and how people deal with the economy. We had stories uninterrupted through the whole summer because the economy is in full flight and in quick change. And every week we like to check in with the one and only Marc Zwetschgenbaum, president of Marc Z Legal Staffing, for ours and my Marc Z moment. Welcome back, Marc.
Wow, Jeff, great to be back. Love the energy. Thank you for wonderful privy of years that we've worked together, and I'm honored to be on the show.
Great. So, Marc, what's our topic du jour?
Well, in the spirit of Labor Day and post-Labor Day in getting back to work, I thought that it would be a very good idea to talk about work schedules, what a lot of companies are doing and law firms are doing in the end of 2024, 2025 segment.
All right.
And one of the things we're seeing are firms that see there's no way that we can go back to everybody fully in the office. That is a challenge for firms, and they say we have to acknowledge by at least having one day where someone can work off and off-site, whether it's at their home, whether it's at another location, wherever they see fit, as long as they get the work done. Other firms and companies prefer 5 days a week in the office, especially the type of practice they might have, law practice or type of company that it's involved. They feel 5 days a week, and if we make exceptions, that's not going to be equitable for other employees that come to the office every day. And then lastly, you still have certain firms and companies that say we can do things fully remote. We have a few law firms that we do a lot of work with that are fully remote. You have the option to come into the office, but you can work fully remote if you want, as long as you're the right person and get the work done. So it's evolving and continues to evolve as far as practices from employers. Some employers, we need employees on site every day. Some employers, they can be fully remote. Employers are landing on some kind of hybrid. It may be 2 days a week in the office, maybe 3 days a week in the office, maybe 4, but they want some kind of hybrid.
Well, I think the important point, Marc, that you're making is, one, the culture of organizations are changing and the culture of success.
Right.
One, what is the recruiting strategy in today's world for getting the better employees so that we can build a better culture and beat our competition? Number two, it's how do we mentor those people and train them and set goals that are achievable to get there. The key is not being able to look at someone. The key is to make sure that people are productive and that we have the right people. And when employers are thinking about observing the right criteria versus old-fashioned criteria, that's really the key. And so we need to re-educate leaders and managers to how to build winning organizations in this particular economy. And I think that's what you're really focusing in on, what you're seeing day to day. But some people do lose sight of what is the big picture behind all of that.
You know, when you said some of these tidbits, I said, I know we're taping the show, but I've got to write those down because you said it. You know leadership, and that's so important in setting the goals and expectations and achievable goals. Totally agree. It's so important to an organization.
Look, when we were recruiting our faceless producer, she, if I can call her a she, she didn't want to be in an office full time and wanted to see the availability of an office. I don't think she's gone to an office one day since she started working with us. And it's because, she doesn't need to. All I'm focusing on always is, what is she doing? Is she accomplishing the task or exceeding the expectations? What do I need to do to help her to succeed? Now, we do see each other every once in a while, so you do need some face-to-face. It helps.
Oh, yes.
But again, full-time, full office, 4 days a week, I wouldn't have recruited this person. You need to understand how to build a successful winning organization in today's world. It's
Right.
not our fathers and mothers organizations anymore.
Correct. Correct. You have to really have a good bridge that really works for everybody. And at the same time, have that type of team and have that type of leadership that's going to achieve the goals that you set out to have everybody working on. So you said it all.
Great. Marc, you know that every week I do genuinely look forward to seeing you, that you always have content and important information. We spoke in between the radio show. It might have been yesterday for an extended period of time and not about radio. If somebody wants to get hold of you and needs that content about building a good professional services organization, how do they find you?
Well, first of all, go on our wonderful Radio Entrepreneurs website, radioentrepreneurs.com. Google Marc Z, M-A-R-C, the letter Z will come up, marczlegal.com, MARCZLEGAL.com, and 617-338-1300.
That's great. Remind everybody you're going to get Marc Z all year on Radio Entrepreneurs.